All right, what is going on, everyone, and welcome back to more Black Desert. So, a lot of people have been asking me where to get Caphras stones, and I think Thornwood is probably one of those that are pretty good in terms of the spots to do it. And it's been a while since I've been at Dehkia Thornwood. Ever since the price of Ominous dropped, there was like no reason for me to be there again. So, anyway, with that said, I'm just gonna remember how to do this. We'll see how much Caphras we can get, and I'm currently at 14,000. Getting another 6,000 should be really easy, so I want to get back into the swing of things again. See how everything goes. Alright, so all I remember from this spot is waves of enemies, and then the Dark Knight boss comes out, and then that gives you... That has a high chance of getting an Ominous Ring, to be honest. Yeah, I guess we will... Should probably turn on my loot scroll. That'd be a good idea. But what we care about is Caphras stones. If I remember correctly, you probably get close to 200 an hour, but this is what I'm using. I'm like beyond overcapped in gear here, so keep that in mind. So here's how the spot works. You turn on your Dehkia and you just slam AoEs down and repeat. Sometimes there are enemies that don't like to group up with the others. Then you fight the boss and repeat. But yeah, I think this and Olin's is probably the number 1 and 2 spots for Caphras stones for endgame players. If you're not at the endgame, it's not a big deal. Pretty sure like Akhman, Histria, Gyfin, pretty solid as well. Yeah. Let's see if we could beat our record of ominous rings today, which is 9. That only happened once in the hundreds of hours I've been here. I think the average I get is like at least 3 though, which is always nice. Maybe it's just because I'm way more geared than the last time I did this. But man, everything just melts. Oh my god, the mages don't like grouping up. I should actually watch my older videos of this one and just see how much trash difference I got before and after. But like ultimately, the biggest test is how much Caphras do you get on average? I think the last time I did this, I was actually still playing Awakening. That was when it was a lot better. All right, Spear Maidens, come over here. Oh my god, this reminds me, I have to run my venomous night fangs from, like, I have over 500 of the claw thingies, so that's like 100 scrolls ish. At some point I actually have to do it. So we're at 300, right? Cool. I guess this spot must be very similar, simply because since it's a tower spot, it only goes so fast. I don't remember if this was a good, what is that thing? Like the people that use those coins for like double loot or something. I don't even have any, but I don't remember if this was a good spot for it or not. I think the Dark Knight boss is coming up soon. Yep, there it is. I couldn't see it. Okay, that Dark Knight just melted. I remember it taking a little bit longer than before. Also, no ominous. Sad. How many Caphras are we at? 18, and we've been at the grind for about 7 minutes. Hold on, what is my AP with comma damage? 1188. I really do like the music here. You know, one thing about grinding is it really is the location, believe it or not. So like, you know, if you've ever done any grinding in the desert, it just feels like mentally draining. Whereas if you're grinding in spots like Kamasilvia or Odalita, it doesn't feel as bad because, you know, you're not staring at sand and desert all day. Whereas you're actually looking at trees and nature and everything. I don't know how to describe it, but visual fatigue, I guess. But I actually like Odalita and Kamasilvia grind spots a lot more. Just feels more pleasant to be around. So I hope Adania is not like straight caves and grind spots where it's just like depressing to be around, because that's going to be a big thing, unironically. Like the new grind spots for endgame players, I just hope it's like visually appealing. Also, the music is just really calming. Yeah. Okay, so whenever there's a lot of the bears and the wolves, Usually that means the Dark Knight is coming soon. I used to remember how many waves before the Dark Knight would spawn, but it's been a while. Every time I get a Venomous Night Fang, that's just like one extra thing I have to do in the future. Also, something I use differently is I use knockback crystals here. I don't know if I still need it, but having a solid knockback over not having it is actually really nice. It should be 100, but it is what it is. Okay, I think since we have like 3 of those spawn, Dark Knight coming soon again. No more Night Fangs. More Caphras, less Night Fangs. Thank you. $30 Caphras, and we are like 12 minutes in. Something like that. All right, where's the Dark Knight? Where are you? Gone. Honestly, though, like, now that I think of it, if you are, what, like, 340 plus AP, I think it might unironically be better to still grind at the higher end spots and then just put an order on Caphras. Just because, like, endgame players making, what, like, 2 bill an hour grinding. And so you can just put on, that's what, maybe 600 Caphras an hour, assuming you sell everything and strictly buy Caphras only. Versus here, you're making probably 200 in direct Caphras, maybe less, and then whatever else you sell. So it's, I don't know. We'll have to do the math after the hour. Well, I guess this is one of those things where if you don't want to buy Caphras and you want to just grind it out yourself, self-found. This is probably a solid one. At the end of the day, I think I like Odalita more than Ulakita. Ulakita kind of feels like a desert and very stale to look at. My like 200 hours at City of the Dead was like the least fun thing just because of the environment. Same with Hungred Ruins, actually. What is the spot? Like 1,000 AP or something? I'm like 1,200. Okay. Wasted that 100. Okay, I thought the thing was gonna fly in. I'm actually kind of surprised. We had 2 bosses, no ring drops yet. Not that they're super expensive anymore, but still nice to see that cheer for an accessory. Yeah, I think I'm looking at around 150 this hour if we just multiply like 40 for the 15 minutes. 150, 160 on average. Where the Dark Knight at? That you? Oh, I see it. Oh, I got an ominous ring. How nice. Ooh, piece of candy. Only got 3 Caphras from that. What in the world? Why are they attacking me? I'm literally one of them. Have you guys ever done the War of the Roses? And you know how the Odalita side boss is Dark Knight, like the final tower push? Dude, that thing's kind of cracked, actually. It looks so cool. I remember at one point, I was actually thinking about getting an ominous ring because this is before Charizard came out, and it was basically Debos were the end game. And I thought about, like, for PvP, I wanted an ominous, but I ultimately decided against it, and I was just like, I got other things to work on. Like, I'd rather have more pen Debos. This was back in the day. I'm not gonna lie, I can't really see anything underground. I'm just kind of firing off AoEs and hoping I hit things. I wish this is gonna sound like literally only Dark Knight problems. I wish all of this wasn't purple because I can actually see what my skills are going off. I do think one day they should allow people to have custom skill styles and colors. Like, you know how like Striker is orange-ish, Musa's orange, Mystics are blue. It would be cool if everyone can just customize their own colors to an extent of the AoE. It would literally not affect game balance or anything. It's skill style colors, that's about it. Ooh, another ominous. Enemy skill colors are purple. That's one thing that this game, I think they tried to do something different, but it doesn't really work. You know how at Jade Starlight Forest, all the enemy colors are like teal bluish, and all the enemy colors here are purple? Like, I get the theme of enemy colors, but I think everyone just knows red bad, green good. And that's one of those things I wish that they just followed that. Or, once again, ability to customize enemy and friendly colors. Other MMOs do that. $60 Caphras. I honestly think if you could grind Underground Gryphon, you can grind this spot. I know it says like 310 AP. I think you can get away with it. It's more like, chances are people are overgeared by back in the day they didn't have Kabua artifacts that gave a bunch of extra stats. So nowadays I think people can get away with a little bit less sheet AP, but they're making up with it with modern artifacts and newer crystals and stuff. Oh, I guess I have to count the spirit dust for Caphras as well. A little bit different, but that still goes into the calculation. Where the Dark Knight at? I see it. Akkarad used to be worth something. Not anymore, they're not. You know, I feel like I'm missing a buff, but I don't know what. This game has so many dumb buffs. I'm glad they talked about this at the Heidel Ball as like an all-in-one preset. Because Lord, I can't remember every single buff that I'm using. The ones that I look for are food buff, church buffs going off, tent buff, villa, and then I just kind of assume my fairy is auto harmonying every 15. Usually I would save my E-buff for when the Dark Knight comes out, but I just kind of melt that thing almost instantly here as well. The mages at Crypt of Resting Thought, though, those kind of hurt, actually. Not here, but... This really is just a Dark Knight problem, because I can't see the abilities I'm firing off. Everything is purple. You guys know I just shift E'd there. Oh, another Ockrod. Maybe one day Prolobus will go back and realize, hey, these items are worthless in the game. Maybe we should add another use for them. They've been pretty decent about that, actually, but I hope Ockrod is one of them in the future. I'm pretty sure I have a lot of them. Oh god, that's 10 Night Fang scrolls. Or 2 scrolls, 10 fangs. I should go run one after just to see how many you get, and then I think in a group of 5 you multiply that by 5. Alright, 30 more minutes. I'll be honest, I think I should probably just leave this spot to the people within like 290, 310 AP. I'll let you guys grind it. I'll just buy Caphras off of you because I think that unironically might be better. I can make more grinding Dark Seekers in Golden Pig Cave and just buy all of it. Where the Dark Knight at? 1 ring, please. See you. No ring. Sad. Only 2 Caphras. That was like the low roll and loot. Unlucky. Dang. We got unlucky with some Caphras rolls because I think you could get closer to 200, but I don't even think I'm gonna get 150. You guys remember when sealed black magic crystals were like 6 mil each? That was a good time. Everyone was rich. Oh, we got a triple Caphras proc. Let's go. Yo, this music just escalated. Odalita was such an underrated zone. Like, aside from... Well, actually, there's a lot of good stuff here. It's just people, like, you are very specifically here for something. Not like, you know how in Velia people are just there to hang out. Odalita is one of those with a nice place, and it's just underrated. We'll check out totals afterwards. I should probably check how much trash loot people get an hour here. Not that I would be performing at my best. I haven't been here in a while. I just wanted to see how many Caphras stones I can get. Everything's purple. Can't see anything. Send help. Dark nights are purple. It makes sense, but man. All right, we got like 22-ish minutes left of the grind. I expect one more ominous ring to be average. Oh my god. No ring. Decent roll on the Caphras, though. We got 4. I think you get between like 2 to 4. That's a good roll. $107 Caphras so far in under 40 minutes. That's pretty good. I feel like it could have been a little bit higher if I remembered to turn on my loot scroll at the beginning and use my Vel's Heart. I don't think it really made too much of a difference, but like probably a few more than I have now. My black magic crystal's 30? Oh, that's not bad. I'll that book away. Maybe one day they'll make pushing levels past 66 a lot easier. They'll make 70 the new 66. You know, wouldn't that just sound better? Like, why 66 is hard to go push past? That's just such a random number. Like, they couldn't have made it 70, some like solid number from tens. We've gotten 320 dust. That's like another 60. Another Okrod. It feels bad getting so many of these now and then useless. Dark Knight coming soon. I think it's once, like around every 5-ish minutes when we get another one. Man, almost 500 Blackstones. Almost 200 Caphras, 2 rings. This spot is like underrated. Popping +8 Blackstones. Okay, Dark Knight time. Where you at? See it. Another Ockrod, no ring. Unlucky hour, but still like pretty good. Six Ockrods. Seven Ockrods. A couple of years ago, those would have been worth so much because crystals you need to make would actually be profit. Not anymore, to not. No slams today. Sometimes I think the tower, the Eye of Despair thingy in the center, eats some of the hits because some of the enemies just go into the tower and then take like extra hits that normally shouldn't. Hurry up. Bean boss. I think we should still be able to get like maybe 2 more Dark Knight spawns before our hour ends. I can't see. After grinding, what is it? What is that place that drops the Crypt of Resting Thoughts? Yeah, that one. I swear, I think I prioritized some enemies wrong because like big bear thingy, very high priority in Crypt. Here it's just kind of whatever. And then also in Crypt, you stack everything onto Caulk if you can. Another Ockrod, very cool. I don't remember. I swear I've never gotten so many Ockrods in an hour before. Did I raise that rate of that for some reason? Uh-oh. What is that thing doing? Why is it out there? Give me another ring. Oh, that's the Dark Knight. Hello. What the heck? I got another accuracy artifact and a mid-roll for the Caphras. L. Melee accuracy, magic accuracy in 2025. Unironically, I still think accuracy is pretty solid. So maybe not next week when they give everyone plus 50, but I still think for most other people it's decent. $600 Blackstones. Once again, everything's purple. Can't see, just AoEing things down and hope I hit something. Alright, so we should be able to get one more Dark Knight boss before the hour. And yeah, it's pretty good. Maybe we can get 150. And we'll calculate all of our totals and see what I made this hour. Which I assume is probably like $1.5 billion, maybe a little bit less. You do get a lot of Blackstones here, though, of over 600. One more ring, please. 155 plus another 80. That's like 230. We're counting the dust because it, I mean, they gave it to us, so that technically counts. Okay, nice. We got Dark Knight. Where is it? See it. Dang, that was unlucky. All right, we'll go until Harmony runs out. And then I'll call that the hour. One minute left, and we're good to go. Last pack. Okay, very cool. Let's take a look at our totals. Make sure to turn my pet thingy off, Vel's heart off. Okay, so let's calculate all this. How much trash loot did we get? 19.5. 195. How much? 73 times. How much is this worth? 39,000. 763 million in just trash loot alone. Not the worst. And then we got 2 rings, which is another 70. Plus, and then like 700 blackstones and all this. We'll just say we made about a billion in trash, right? But what we came here to test is, let's see, we got 162 plus each 50 is a 10, so that's like 88 if we were to convert these dust to Caphras. Oh wow, like 250 Caphras stones an hour from that. Like that's converting dust and what we got. So yeah, good to know. 250 Caphras stones an hour. I think on average it's roughly around like 150 to like 200 raw Caphras drops plus dust combination. And they give you enough black stones, you should be able to just turn these dust into Caphras. So, yep, that's about 250 this hour. So, yeah, it was a good test. I think realistically, this is probably like a 1.7, 1.8 billion silver an hour grind. So if you're at endgame and your gear is like 350 plus, you're better off grinding in Ulakita, making 2 bill an hour, and then just straight up buying the Caphras off the market. So that was a good test, though. I think if you're what does this spot recommend? 310. I honestly think people can get away with like 290, 300, because this 310 was before Kabuas came out, and also before people were able to get like void crystals and, you know, ultimates and everything. I even used knockback crystals instead of going full damage. So I think if I were to have gone straight full damage crystals, probably could have done a lot better, but for the sake of not getting CC'd as much, this is worth it to me. So anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about. Thanks so much. Hope you guys enjoyed this grind, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace.